Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How are we doing today? Today is actually a Lionheart Dark Moon day, and it's not a gameplay day. This is a video almost entirely directed to the devs, to the designers, to Kevin, people in their community, the people who make this game, simply because I know they look at user-created content, and I really feel like I can maybe give them some advice. Maybe they know everything here, but I'm really loving this game so far, and I really recommend you guys try it out too. Um, and I just, there's so many little things in this game that don't make sense to me. And we're going entirely UI based, entirely design based. We're going through absolutely zero of the gameplay feedback, because I really want to focus on the really simple stuff. 'Cause I have no idea what plans they have going with their gameplay or anything like that. I can't really say anything in that regards. But with simple design choices and the way they have their UI set, it's not as inviting for people to spend money. It's not as polished as other games. Very bad use of space, and just a lot of it is really difficult to deal with. And with a gacha game where you're really every second somebody's playing your game, you're trying to get them to spend more money. You really want those things to be polished. So I'm really hoping I can help them out a little bit here. We'll see anyway. And a lot of these may seem really small, but it's these little small details that kind of compile up and eventually get people to press that shop button down there. So the very first thing I want to touch on here is something that would help me as a YouTuber, as a streamer, something that would help you guys as developers showing off your game, and that is just something to follow around your finger. Right now I'm pressing my finger against the screen and I can't tell where I'm pressing. So this means anytime I'm talking to my audience, anytime you're talking to your fan base, like me, we have no idea what you're doing with your finger, and that's just not a good idea. It's so easy to do. Just have a little trail around your finger, show where buttons are pressed, and that way the whole back and forth between viewer and whoever's doing this side of things, like I am right now, is just much more of a fluent experience. And it also helps people understand the game a little more that are newer to the game, since they can follow around with what I'm talking about, with what other people are talking about. Fire Emblem Heroes does this absolutely fantastically. If you want to check that out, I really recommend doing that. And just watch how the game reacts to the finger. It's just amazing. So up in the top here is the other thing I want to look at, and I am circling it, by the way. This is something wrong with your bars in this game. And the main thing is you want something your players can feel accomplished doing. Right now I have a bar. It's been level 10 for a while. I have no idea what percent I'm at. I think I'm at about 90, but I'm not sure. I don't know how much doing a certain action gives me. So basically what I'm trying to say is we really need some sort of percent, maybe, some value, just something to notify and give us that positive feeling of a bar going up. Because right now I can do something and I don't notice the bar going up. It's too small of an increase, which isn't really the problem. But the most important problem is there's just no notifying number to let you know that something has increased. The other thing is the bar is kind of sloppy. Is that the right word? Just another minor thing, but it looks like the purple bar I'm talking about here, which again I'm circling, is overflowing out of the bottom of its window. So just a little small thing there. I also would really like an avatar in the top left that we can add. Most games seem to have that now, especially ones with friends lists and everything, but we don't have a friends list yet. So maybe that's coming with the friends update. So I won't go too far into that. The other thing is I really like what you did with the Energy Gone icon there. I think that's a really great way to put notifications for people. But I'm not a fan of these 3 quests at the bottom. They just don't mean anything to me, and I don't really think it's a good use of the space. Especially the XP bar at the bottom, like the XP. What is this one here? Win an arena battle, so that's 1. So that bar's never gonna fill up. It's either gonna be 0 or 100%. And win an arena battle against a player. That's pretty hard right now, by the way. Maybe the hardest quest in the game. What else do we have here? What I'm trying to get at is I think this place could be used for better things. Maybe specifically keep it for events. I noticed we had the weekend event, and I didn't notice outside of the timer that an event was going on, because I thought those were quests over there, and I didn't like going through that little side menu for quests. The other thing is, you guys have so much real estate in the middle of the screen here that it really can be used for something more fun. You could have Timothy sitting on this barrel in the bottom left, or Natalia over on the right, or maybe let the users select their favorite unit and put them in there. That way they can always see that unit. And I know you guys, I know you guys like doing these sorts of things because the background and everything is just fantastic. Like the wheels churning on the waterfall or whatever it's called back there, the windmill, the flags going, everything is just perfectly done. So I really think you should add a bit more life to this screen. Another thing I want to look at, we're just going top down and top down and top down. The shop had a couple issues, but a lot of them are kind of fixed recently. The main thing was you weren't really sure what you were buying, and that's not a good plan. So let's go to packs over here, and let's go to the very right. This mysterious big pack box is a really good example of this. It's $8.49. All it says is bump bump epic pet inside. That's not good enough for me to spend my money, and I'm willing to bet a lot of other people are not going to spend their money on this because they're not sure what's in it. You really need one of those things that kind of show you what can be in this. I don't know if it's any regular epic pet. I don't know if you can only get this epic pet in this box. If there's one that's unique to this box and you can't get anywhere else, I'm very more likely to buy it as opposed to it just being a mysterious pet box. So that's the main thing. One of the key factors that kind of keep reappearing with this and these changes that I really recommend looking into is a lot of it is transparency. A lot of your stuff I just don't understand, and I know if I don't understand them, being somewhat of a gacha game expert, I guess, to call myself that, I doubt a lot of newer players do too, you know? So if we look at Arena here too, this one's kind of small, but every little bit helps. So if we go into fight, we have these 4 units here, and I don't know what they are. So I don't know if this is intentionally designed, but I would love to be able to click on these units and maybe have something pop up and tell me what they are, what their abilities are, what level they are. Maybe let me see their pets, because otherwise it just seems weird. The reasons for Arena, you can either show what you're fighting against, in which case you should probably show most of it, or all the information, or you can just not show anything at all and make it blind. You obviously chose the one where you show things, especially since you can choose a new enemy for 57 gold. That's a really good gold drain. But I just feel like there should be more info. Again, especially for people like me, I literally don't know what any of those are except for this one in the top right. And I do think that's Reaver Cleaver in the bottom right, so I know I'm basically dead with this team. So yeah, if you look at the battle logs too, don't mind my losses, by the way. It would be really nice to be able to click on things and at least see the name of the units, you know? Like, I want to see what the names are. Also, another thing that may be possible or fun to do is have a replay function. Don't let the battle count for anything, but it may be fun to just have a replay button on the very right with the empty space there, and let us rebattle that team. Not for points, just to kind of see what we lost again. Maybe try again. Maybe do something better for next time. So quests here. That's another thing. I think the number on the side is nonsensical. There is no reason it should be 2 right now. We have 2 that are going right now and 1 that's complete. So I really think 1 is the important value to show there. Basically, anytime something needs to be sent out or can be collected, there should be a number indicating how many of those there are. Which let me click through this. I can't think and talk. It's too hard. Which would really help out clarity, and as now I know what the 2 means. So if I see 2, I'm not gonna go check, or if I see 3, I'm not gonna go check because I know that means there's 3 going. But it's just the backwards way of doing things. The other thing I wanted to look at is here. One of the main reasons to do these, I find, like, most of them are just pure XP. But if we go into this one here, we have no idea how much XP each of these units have, and this is one of my biggest frustrations with the game, simply because this and the monster area where all your units are just so, I'm sorry, but poorly done. It makes it really, really difficult to maximize my time. I end up wasting a lot of time and a lot of efficiency and a lot of XP, because right now I literally have no idea who is not max level. Maybe there's a way to tell I'm not seeing, but who knows. So in order to get some XP out of this, I would have to find a monster, and there's nothing, like, it doesn't show anything. I can't click on them. I would really like to be able to hold my finger there and have something pop up maybe. But if I want to figure out if they gain XP, I have to go all the way out, back into Heroes, and find that unit, and go, oh look, he does need XP. And I have to do that for all 4. So I really think something should be changed there, absolutely, for sure. And we go into Heroes here, and this is the biggest problem I think I have. The space of this and the way this is designed is just incorrect. Maybe that's a strong word for it, but leaves something to be desired. There's so many things wrong with this, and it kind of frustrates me trying to do it. For one, the bar at the bottom of each thing, one might think it would be XP, but it's not actually XP. It's the amount of tokens they have, which I had no idea for the longest time. Another thing is there's too many up arrows. Like, that could mean they have a skill ready to be upgraded, or their level can be upgraded. Too many things like that. It also takes up too much space, so you can't really do anything. There's also not good enough sorting. We should be able to sort infinitely more ways. And also, the actual biggest annoyance I have is, say I have a quest on the weekend for mirror only quest, which is coming up this weekend, I think. And I'm trying to figure out which one of these should do. So which one of these I should level up. So let's click on this one here, the Enthorn Knight, and I think, no, that's actually not the one I wanted to look up. Let's, since we were sorted into mirror, let's hit right and go to the next mirror option. Oh, look, we're now in dark. So you can't go left and right through a section you are sorted in. So in order for me to check the one after, I have to go into here and click on it again. And then I can't just hit right because it brings me to a flame conduit. I have to hit back. I have to go back into mirror, and I have to find the next one. It's just something needs to change, you know? I don't know what, but this whole UI of this section needs a complete overhaul. Pets are another thing here. Pets are such a huge part of this game. They shouldn't get this little window like this. There should be a better way to do it. I'm not sure how, but something should change. For one, there's no way to sort them, which is obviously not ideal. There's no way to sell more than one. So, like, I want to sell some of these, but it's just so much effort, I can't do it. Like, it'd be really nice to hit sell over here and be able to click this one, 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 and hit sell all. Or something like that. It'd be really nice to be able to sort by rarity, sort by something, anything, you know, just something. Another thing, and I keep saying this is the thing that pisses me off, not pisses me off, this is the thing that frustrates me the most. And I keep remembering more things, so we're gonna go through one more here. And that's the things at the bottom, the things in the gray. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want you guys to make more money, because I like this game. And the more money you make, the better game we get. So there is zero reason for these not to be clickable. These are the types of monsters you have in your game and people go ooh and ah over. And they get super excited, and then they think, wow, I better spend some money. Maybe I can get one of these awesome monsters. But we don't know what they are, and we can't tell. So there is no way to look into these units, what their name is. You don't even know what element they are at this point, unless you go into specific elements and scroll down. So I really think this is a huge loss of money and revenue in this spot. These monsters are so amazingly well done. They look so well. Oops, I keep clicking out of them. And honestly, the only one of these I've seen at the bottom is if you go into Arena here, you go into rewards, and into the little present at the top right, and you go all the way right to Bloodstone League. And this is the only one I've ever seen, a legendary one. And look how amazing it looks. Like, that's too good to hide. You don't want to hide these things. These want to be your poster boy. you want those to sell. You want those to be the reason people spend money. So make these clickable. Let us see, like have us be able to click into one of the gray things right here and have it bring up something like this. Maybe show how much the upgrades cost, what stones it costs. Maybe show what stats it is at level 1. Maybe have a slider right here that you can slide to level 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 or whatever. Show what their stats are. Just overall, a ton of lost money here is what I think I'm trying to say, and I really hope something like this could change. One thing I want to look at really quick is I want to go into Summoner's War, which is another gacha game I play, and I want to show you their management system. And maybe you already play Summoner's War. I really hope you did, because it's such a wonderful game and such a big game to take influence from. But their UI system has so many more things going on than yours, yet it's perfectly organized, well, near perfectly organized, super functional, and still shows off everything. So top left, by the way, has the avatar. Really good, really good way to show that. So this is their monster thing. You can still see what everything is pretty easily with their smaller icons. We have the info on the left, all in one screen. We have the skills, we can click into it. We have awakening. We have runes, which are basically like pets, so you could go through it like this. And then if you wanted to think of runes as pets, by the way, if you're not familiar with Summoner's War, you can click into them. You can click into each individual one, no problem, super easy, doesn't take up too much screen space. You can also hit this button over here, which sells selected items. You can select a bunch of them, sell them all at once. You can also change how it's shown, so you can click like this if you want people, the default to be something like this, so they still get a really good picture of what the unit is. They still show this awesome looking monster at the left, and you can still see all the stats and everything, no problem. We also have, let's go into the monster collection here. And they also have this, which is basically what you're trying to do in your inventory area. And this shows each monster, and we can go to the, go to one of the ones we don't have. So one of the ones that aren't filled in, we can click on it here. We can show what it looks like. We can see its abilities. We can see its stats at level 40, everything like that. So that's just a really insanely optimized interface for this, and to go from Summoner's War to yours is really difficult, honestly. And I'm like 10 minutes into this ramble, by the way, on this specific item, so you can tell how passionate I am about it. So I'm gonna move on to that, but you definitely get the idea, I hope. The other thing, let's go into daily goals now. So we'll go to win an arena battle against any player. So let's hit go and see where we take us. It actually took us to the arena. I am impressed. Did we change something? Let's try upgrade any of your hero skills using gems. Oh wow, I think we fixed it in between me making this video. Last time it just took you to the very last dungeon you'd ever done, or very last area you were ever in. So let's see if this takes us to the trellis. Ah, so close, so close. So we got to Stormfur Bay. But you're on the right track, because I know those didn't do that before. That brought us to the Stormfur Bay before as well. Basically, just make sure these take us to the right spot is all I'm trying to get at, because that really helps guide people. The mail system is also really great. I like that it's there. I do really feel like it should be used more. I would love something daily, not the daily login, but something else that people can log into, see that little one icon near their mail, get excited and get like 50 gold or something. Who cares what it is, as long as it's something. And that keeps people logging in. There's also no real need to put options in the top right there. You can very easily put it in the interface in the top left here, where my name is, and make the name clickable and have the options in there to save some space. Okay, let's go into the world here. We're getting way longer than I would like to, but it is what it is. So we have, let's go to this one here. So we're going to do Hawthorn Buds on hard, and we're going to quick loot it. We have 9 tokens. We better get a token in this. Good, first try. So we got 6 lesser bears there. And the icon still doesn't have a check mark next to it, which is very, very misleading. Now I could quick loot again, waste one of my 30-minute quick loots trying to get that token piece when I can actually get it. So definitely make that refresh right away. Right now I have to either reload the game or do another dungeon before it shows as found. Like we can go to easy here and go to this one, I guess, and wow, 2 in a row. 2 in a row, that's impressive. And now we should be able to go back, and it still says not found, by the way. We should be able to go back here. And I think it should be marked as found, yeah. So it's marked as found now, not before. So that's a really, really minorly big annoyance, you know. It's cost me a lot of tokens, a lot of stamina because I wasn't paying attention. The other thing is, I want to be able to click on this icon here, this chance button here, and see what that token is. Nobody knows. Well, the vast majority of your players don't know what each small token is at the moment. And if we go in quick loot, even if we click on it, it just says hero token. So that's one of those other things. You really need to explain what stuff is and make your testers really click on everything so they understand and the user understands what things are. Like I don't know what unit that is. I know that one's Natalia. I don't know. I think that's the Midnight Wolf. I know that's my unicorn, and I think that's some sort of bear, but there's like 6 bears, so which bear is it? Who knows? That was the main thing there. There is also, let's go back to the very, very first one here, just to make it really quick. Oh, I don't want to use my loot token! My poor loot token! What shall I ever do? I guess we'll use a loot token just for the sake of the video. So I really think there should be some sort of repeat function at the end of each battle. It just makes things easier, and otherwise you don't have to go through a bunch of hassling button presses. Maybe we'll get a token. Nice, we got a token at least. And again, like I said, I don't know what wolf that is. There's like 15 wolves in this game. Which one is it? Nobody knows. So now my options here are next or village, which are very, very not good indicators, because I would really like to just hit repeat there. If the token didn't drop, I would like to repeat it and not have to go through this loading screen. By the way, the loading screen is incredibly long in this game. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I would love to know. One more thing I would like here. Let's go to Doom and let's get just destroyed. Not like I had to take anybody out to die here, but of course I get the one battle with 2 healers. Come on, Timothy. Okay, so when we die here, and you click on the screen, for one, it might be good of you to put like a continuation option here where you can pay crowns or something. But when we hit OK here, we're taken back all the way to the main thing instead of back to the dungeon we were just at. And as I say that, we're taken back here, so maybe that changed since last time, and I'm glad it did if it did, but usually you're taken back to this thing here, and you have to go through like 3 more button presses. That's kind of funny. Maybe you're fixing stuff as I'm doing this video here. Another thing I wanted to look at that I forgot to mention here is this quest button. There is an instant 48 crowns, an instant 115 crowns, and I better not be able to click on that button and have it instantly take it without a confirmation. You really, really, really need confirmations on all of your buttons that cost crowns like that. It will piss way too many people off. I'm not sure if it is or not. I haven't misclicked yet. But if I misclick and use 115 of my quartz, which takes me, or not my quartz, 115 of my crowns, which takes me God knows how long to get, I'm going to be absolutely furious. So make sure there are confirmations on all the things that take crowns. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to look at. I'm sure there's more, but I can't remember it. I think we're at like 30 minutes by now. So I really, really hope this helped you out. I didn't want to, I hope this doesn't come off as negative, because I didn't want it to come off as negative. There are things that after being in this type of thing for so long, I really, really think could help. especially so many little things, especially as a YouTuber or streamer, people who watch me, and I have streamed this game a couple times, people who watch me fuddle with the menus, like fuddle with the hero system, kind of get put off by it because of how frustrating it looks to deal with. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Kevin, if you watch this, or anybody, please let me know. And let's hear your feedback as well. Anything else you'd like to change? Yeah, and I hope to see some of these things in the game in the future, whether or not it was from this video or something you already had going or anything like that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and see everybody next time. Just a reminder, this game is in the App Store and the Google Play Store, and it just came out like 2 to 3 weeks ago, maybe a little longer. But it's been really, really fun to play outside of all these little nitpicks I've done so far. So yeah, bye now.